And we are live for once. Whoever's going to be watching this now or later, hello and welcome. For once, I'm actually streaming and not rescheduling everything a day later. But yeah. Let me start the timer. Yes. Okay, that's up. Great. Let's also switch that in. I did not do pretty much anything off stream. I think I walked around a bit, but there wasn't much to go through. Yeah, pretty much. So what are we starting with? Let's check the request first. Right, we have the theft, we have that. Wait, where is theft? Theft is in crossbow, and this is a photo that I'm not sure we can access, but maybe. And then the main quest is in Ramorica, so that's on the way to the monster request, which is fine. Anyway, I'll quickly recap what we went through last stream, because I actually wrote down that at this point. So basically, we started the last stream with Yona's request to help him with the hacker attacking him. Randy and Ellie left the party to cover for us while we, Lloyd and Theo, went into the deep sector of Geofront A to find a suitable terminal to assist Yona from, and Theo conveniently stumbled upon the access code for this elevator. Then, while we were when we were tracing Yona back at the IBC before, so that's probably during the Yin shenanigans initially. Then we get to the deeper sector of the Geofront A, which seems to be marginally older, which then was confirmed by Theo when she explained that they were built, that they were the ones to be built first. And then we also learned that Geofront itself is a 20-year-old project for urban planning, and that due to spontaneous changes during construction and the manipulation of the set construction by various Diet members, as Theo learned from Ellie, the entire structure ended up much more complex than intended, which we can see from the way that this is basically created like a dungeon. Then, as we went through the entire area, we got to the final area and eliminated the Chonky Bat, which is... No, not this one. Is it this one? The chunky bat. And then we got to the terminal and started the plan. Yona told us to wait for his signal, and while waiting for his signal we got a lore drop about Tio, which started about from her speaking up about her Mishi keychain, which was apparently a gift from Guy 5 years ago. We then learned that he rescued her after she went missing at 5 for whatever reason. Then she was hospitalized at St. Ursula for half a year, and after that he escorted her back to Remiferia, which is apparently her hometown. Then we learned why she ended up leaving Remiferia after her home, after returning there, which is basically her sensory abilities were so high that it affected her daily life. After she returned home, she was able to sense people's thoughts / gossiping about her, and eventually it just was too much for her, regardless of the fact that her parents did love her. So she left for Crossbell to see Guy, since Guy promised to something about happiness, about her happiness and whatever. Let's see if I can actually get that note. Not note, but no, probably not. I'm too far into the dialogue here. Actually, maybe? Nope. Nope. We're too far in. Anyway. Then... yeah. She left for Crossbell to see Guy, but at that point Guy had already passed away. Then she ended up meeting an Epstein Foundation researcher, coincidentally, who saw potential in her sensory abilities and recruited her, which is how she got she transferred to Leman State and worked there as a researcher for the Obel staff team for 3 years. And finally, 3 months ago, she returned to Crossbell, and now we are here. Then Yona interrupted the emotional moment, and we started the cat hunt, the kitty hunt. After the hunt, which was rather intense on both the technical jargon and functionally intense on Tio, she slumps into the chair at the terminal since she overexerted herself a bit, trying to corner Kitty. Then cue another emotional scene with Lloyd and Tio talking about Guy's promise and how Lloyd wanted to take over the promise, and then Tio saying that he's not Guy and he should make up his own promise, and then Lloyd unintentionally being cheesy and tapping into his unintentional charisma. I suppose that would be the accurate statement. As Randy described, Lady Killer instincts that seem to affect everyone, not just whatever. He ended up comforting her, Tio, And then then Yona reminded them of his presence, which prompted Tio to threaten him with minigame decimation for silence, since he was basically overhearing them, unintentionally, mind you, but although I suppose he could have disconnected at any given point, technically. Well, regardless. Yona then says that he figured out Kitty's location and is sending it to Lloyd. But then the terminal Tio's using gets an attachment sent congratulating them, which seems to signify that Kitty has bamboozled both of them. And then we go back to Yona's place to pick up the quartz, and it's already evening. Tio seems to be curious about Kitty's identity, and from Yona we learn that her location is at Rosenberg Studio, which suggests a few things, mainly the fact that it's Ren, but Lloyd is at the point of suspecting that, but not having any confirmation, which is fair, because we as the player know more than Lloyd and the team does. But Lloyd does have the detective brain on, so at least he is suspecting things, because it makes sense. The team saw her near the Rosenberg studio, and she herself said that she's related to it. So then we finally get the data quartz. Back at the SSS office, we investigate the data on it, which has a lot of info on Rivasha and related personnel, specifically Garcia and Hartman, and also the Don Marconi, whatever. And we also end up learning about the auction, which apparently is an actual underground event happening on the last day of the festival in Hartman's mansion in Mishalam. And then Sergei appears and gives us confirmation that most, if not all, of the info in the data quartz is accurate. And he also says that while he's not planning to restrict us, he recommends us to not touch the auction related stuff, while basically implying that a chance may come if we have patience. And that's the end of day 3. Day 4 starts with Randy waking up Lloyd. And then we look around a few spots before we start dealing with the quests, and the first spot is the cathedral, where we learn that apparently late last night a man from the imperial government tried to propose a backdoor deal to the archbishop, who ended up chasing him out because Eralda has standards. Then in Mines we learn that Bixen seems to be actually willing to go with Felicia's terms after all this time, which is good for her. She has been stuck in Mines trying to get some Sepid on her hands, or Septium crystals, whichever. Both are technically accurate, so that's good for her. Her determination is actually getting through to Bixen. Then in the medical college we found Estelle and Joshua visiting Shizuku, and on the other hand we also find Gable, who we now know more about the auction, so we can infer that he is aware of it at the very least, and that was basically it. I think I should make it a habit to TLDR, to write a TLDR for previous streams, because that makes it so much easier to to recap, rather than trying to come up with a recap on go. Like this ended up at being 15 minutes, and the usual recap, especially at that length, would have been like 30 minutes. Anyway, let's see, we did this, but there was nothing of value, I believe. Let me just double check. Yeah, West Highway, nothing of interest, so that's that entire spot. Mines, Mountain Path, Cathedral, Mines, so that's that thing. Then Ursula, we also encountered, or rather saw Kopan, who seems to have encountered Estelle while fishing. But that's mild. That's why I didn't put that into the recap. But yeah, we also dealt with this, it seems. Worst case scenario, I can always backtrack the safe number. Which one is it? 102, so I'll just put that. Save 102 if necessary for note adjustment. It's not likely that I'm going to be doing a note adjustment anytime soon, but it could be helpful if necessary. Anyway, so now that we have this, and we know that this is main quest, we go through Crossbow Shenanigans, and Crossbow Shenanigans should end at East Street for efficiency. So how do we go about this? This should be last. This should be last, which effectively closes this off. So suppose the initial ones would be what? I do downtown, then I do IVC, then we start from station, Central Square, West, Residential, Entertainment, Back Alley, Admin, Harbor, East. Yeah, that makes sense. Crossbow, downtown. Seems like the parade is already happening, but according to Nelson, it visits East Street last. God damn it. Okay. Do we have things to clean here? Kind of, but there's not really...
そこです。ター、ヘイ、ター、そこです、そこです。先生可能。始めましょう。今だわ。
俺の番だ。さあ、おっしゃ、おっしゃ、いい感じだぜ。
I mean, yeah, we don't really have anything. Yeah, it just respawns northward. How do I go about this? I suppose I should go from the Lotus Heights. Well, good luck, Mishod. Okay, there's no one here. Risha's not home, but that makes sense. This poor man. So really nothing of high interest. Oh, takoyaki. Oh, seems like everyone's out. Hopefully they're not causing any trouble. Ignis Vipers are out. Most of the Vipers are out. Seems like Dino and Cookie are only ones still present. Nothing at Gilom's. Gilom's. Nine Valley. Ashley mentions an bomb incident that happened 10 years ago. Crossbow during the parade. While reminiscing. Interesting. Other than that, we have Trinity Lab. Oh. Seems like Trinity is popular. Trinity. He seems to be popular as we see normal people in. Huh. Interesting. Normal people being tourists. Makes sense. This is a bar after all. Although Vazi, both Vazi and Abbas seem to be out, which is odd. Wonder where these two are. Alright, that's it for... As far as I'm concerned, that's it for the downtown, so we move to IBC now. IBC. According to Lanfei, there's an important all-day meeting today. Excuse me? B6 floor. Seems like the server guys found some interesting data, which may or may not have been Yona scattering bait during the kitty chase. The data being a swimsuit photo of Maria Bell during her school days. Pray that Bell does not find out. Judging by her reactions to Lloyd being close to Ellie, I think she might just She might just destroy you too. They do seem to want to print a copy. Suppose as long as Belle doesn't find out, they are going to stay alive. Hopefully. Server capable people are probably not the most, what's the word, most available people in Crossbow right now. And considering IBC, they probably do need some of these. Belle is not here. Belle is here though. On a business trip, huh? Okay. Dieter's office. Apparently Dieter is leaving on a business trip tonight. Well, that's it for IBC, which essentially means that I have the rest of the route clear. Station Street is Central, West, Residential, Entertainment, Back, Admin, Harbor, East. So here we go. Okay, so there's nothing much here, although I will double check. I will double check both areas. Okay, nothing here. That would be that one, so I'm not bothering with that right now. All I want is the final areas, so okay. Terminal is down, so nothing too specific, which is good. The less I need to double check, the better, because that means that we can get to the main stuff quicker. Anyway, that's it for the station square. You say that they are regulating the roads, but I don't see Kate anywhere, so that's something. Okay. Okay, so nothing out of that. Let's see what we are dealing with. I suppose if the route is through West Street, I go through Gironde, Orbital, Times, Vinksept, and then West. Right, Orbital. So Genton. That's nice. I mean, do I have anything to upgrade? Oh, great. Now I have all of the slots upgraded to max. That's good. That's very good. Other than that, it doesn't seem like there's much. Janetta, you say? A new issue on the final day, huh? I mean, did I read the issue? I'm not sure. Oh, that's Janetta. I see she's in the in a very parade mood. Oh, Blue Blanc getting mentioned. Times Baker mentions Blue Blanc. Hopefully he doesn't appear, but at this point, just the mention alone of Blue Blanc is implying that he's probably going to appear. In fact, I would be surprised if he doesn't appear after being mentioned. Roberts is still chilling. I mean, hopefully what you're saying is true, and you're not going to just shriek everyone out of the shop. If your voice is even a quarter as good as Olivier's singing voice was in the Sky Arc, then go for it. You're gonna it's going to work out for you. But if you're just an out of tune shriek, well, you might just get fired. But well, not much of interesting things here, so I suppose we're going to West Street. That's also Central Square. West Street. Feeling tired. The sleep deprivation is really kicking in. Although it's been better. In fact, that's the majority of the reason why I kept delaying the stream, but yeah. In fact, I was planning to stream, I believe, yesterday, but then I realized that that I was very much out of time for one of the big events. In fact, main story events for one of the gachas that I play, so I ended up spending like 7 to 8 hours grinding it out. Or at the very least, the limited rewards, because might as well, or rather, if it's limited, might as well grind. Although I had like less than 12 hours to grind the entire event, so that was a fun experience. Bennett seems to be more fancy, spicy, fancy, happy, excited. Oh, whatever is the fitting term. I think that's everyone here, so let's go through these. Hello. Aww. Bruh. Law office. Randy called Ian a bear. Basically. Bruh. Suppose that's not really lore important, but sure. Nothing at Morgs. Do we have anything of value at Belheim? One room's empty. Huh. Belheim, Chiruru and Katerina are having fun indoors. Chiruru's showing off her oddity collection. Stuff like sand from the Republic's desert, or mobile lamp parts from Liberal. Everyone seems to be going out to the parade. Okay. Literally everyone, even people who are usually busy. Ilya's room seems to be locked, which makes sense after the fiasco last time. Although the fiasco got solved and Lloyd earned a grudge. But yeah. Let's see, this is residential. Ferric seems to be out, so I think his name was Ferric. Hayward's residence. Hayward seem to be gearing up to see the parade. Sophia says that they might have been spoiling Colin too much, but then reacts oddly. As if remembering something. I mean, given the context from the previous games, we do know that Ren is, well, part of the Haywards family, technically speaking, but due to whatever circumstances, she ended up in wherever she ended up at the, when we, I don't want to remember the door, but the door in the Sky Third, and she was then saved by Leve and Joshua, and then ended up becoming an enforcer of the society, and then the events of Sky 1 through 3rd happened, and now she's in Crossbow, and so is Estelle and Joshua. So, like, she has been through a lot, and as far as I'm concerned, it seems that, or rather, as far as I'm aware, it seems that Haywards think that she's dead. Seems like Yona got another pizza delivered. Hello. Not even 30 seconds. Poor Yona. You cannot compete. Although Theo seems to be welcoming your attempts at competition, but Aww. Um. McDowell residence. Helmer seems to have found a box of rocks that Ellie picked up when she was little. She seems slightly embarrassed about that. What you doing, Bond? Bond is doing stocks as usual, which isn't surprising. Then I suppose we have the entertainment shenanigans, which if we are not allowed to go into Archangel, then that's going to simplify the entire thing here, but if we are allowed to go into Archangel, then that's going to be a bit problematic. I mean, so are we. We are also patrolling. And let's see if we're gonna find anything of value to note here. Do you mean this guy? He's just doing things. Aww. Good for you. I mean, a bit late for that, but sure. Oh, we found another Ilya fan. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. In fact, that's probably for the best, because that limits the amount of things that I can interact with. Skill issue. You're gonna get skill issue just like this guy. Are you sure about that? You don't say. Also, what do we have? Like, this thing is pretty good. I want to grind for it off stream, but with the amount of gachas that I play, that's not exactly an easy thing to actually get any time to do things. Yeah, that's fair. Bruh. I'm just gonna get out of that situation entirely. Drake can deal with it. Oh, Kilika is staying in the hotel. Millennium. Kilika seems to be staying in here. Is she out? I figured that would be her reaction. Suppose she's not in right now. God, I'm so curious about these chests, but like this one seems to be above ground, so I can't reach that one, but this one I can't tell how I can get there. I really can't tell, which truly makes me really curious. Like, this one I believe is above ground as well. This one seems to be above ground or in a weird spot as well, probably rooftop-ish. So, where is this one? I mean, I can see it obviously, but I don't see any way to get there. Regardless, if I cannot approach the chest right now, I'll get the opportunity to do so later. Yeah, I can see this one. But really, we're really not getting anything else done there. back alley. Melda's going to an Archangel after party, since she's apparently one of the investors. I mean, fair. Makes sense. We have admin, harbor, and east left. Harbor has one of the requests. But first I think I'll take a short break in front of this. Or, let's see. Yeah, that's good enough. Quick break. Okay, back. Right. Where we were. Oh, we actually got praised. That's nice. Oh, I see Grace, Donovan, Sergey, Raymond, Rains. Aww. Admin, Aeolia and Lynn are patrolling here. Lynn actually praised us a bit, saying that we got more reliable. Sheely, I have no idea how to pronounce her name. Sheely, whatever. Seely seems to be thinking of Keith a bit. Keith would be overjoyed to hear that. Bruh. Okay, did I interact with everything here? Seems so. Okay, so if the harbor is there, then I suppose we go to library. I've read that, so I'm not gonna bother. Okay. Since I am feeling more on the tired end, I think once we go through the Armorica request, I'm probably going to end it there. But it's still a while to go until that point, so yeah. Stop jinxing it. Everyone's jinxing it. Seems like this year's parade is going to have the most attendance ever. That can be both a good and a bad thing. I'm really not getting much of rewards from that, which I suppose is fair. CPD HQ, according to Emma, Dudley's on a business trip to the Empire for whatever reason. That's odd, but I mean, why does actually, given what we know about Russia and the auction and whatnot, it kind of makes sense that Dudley was sent to the Empire. He was probably sent to the Empire to figure out a way to diplomatically solve the problem of Russia's encroachment upon the government, but at the same time, wouldn't that end up making Crossbow rely more on the Empire's government? It's a very questionable situation. Anyway, we have Harbor and East Street left. I'm still not submitting the photo thing because, well, I'll be honest, I did some research on that specifically, and what I've got without getting myself any location spoiled, I learned that there is 9 locations and I have 8, so I suppose whatever we're going to have unlocked later on is probably going to be the location. So that's why I'm not submitting the thing. String of thefts. food stalls. Interesting. I mean, that is one of the tasks that we have to deal with. On. I mean, maybe you'll find someone. Maybe. Poor Amisa. The grandpa just doesn't care at all. All he cares about is fishing, like, bruh. Although I suppose that kind of makes sense. Bruh. Is that Shan-Chan? I'm not sure. Harbor. Time for the theft request. Four different reports. Apparently, there have been 4 different reports of theft across stalls in Harbor District. Every last one of these stalls was robbed clean. Okay. Morse has determined that only food stalls are being targeted. Sure, sure. Oh, it's not just Harbor. Cross stalls and Crossbow. Morse reads out the stalls that have been targeted. Nardoles, burgers, in Central. Chroma's juice stand in Admin. Palates Pizza in Entertainment. And Mitra's Gelato in Harbor. So it's basically across the entirety of the city. Okay, let's get going here. Okay. No, she doesn't know anything. Mitra's testimony. Didn't see the culprit by the time she noticed something. The register was empty. Okay. Then I believe this is the juice stand here. Wait. Chroma's testimony. Similar situation as Mitra. Both were being hit on by a guy and distracted. And while that was happening, the registers were emptied. I'm starting to see a pattern, assuming this pattern does not get broken. Okay, entertainment, and that's the pizza stand. It's a double operation, it seems. Lime's testimony. Distracted by a tourist ordering a tropical pizza. While that was happening, register was emptied. I'm seeing a pattern here. This may be a two-man job. And then we have the burgers in Central, which would be this guy. also dealt with basically the same situation. And let's double check, I suppose. Actually, I'll check through every stall. Doesn't seem like anything's here. This is empty by default. That's that. Nothing here. Do we have any stalls here? No, doesn't seem like it. Suppose Bennett doesn't count as a stall. I mean, as far as I'm aware, that's every single stall. I'll loop through the entire area again, but yeah, I don't think there's anything here to worry about. Every other stall seems to be vigilant enough for now. By striking while they were distracting. Bold assumption, it's not, they were not customers, they were both in it. The fact that they were hunting down Mira makes me think that it is the financial problems. Really? I mean, if that was the case, why would you steal Mira? Like, if your purpose is to troll, then why actually do any like consequences? Yeah, it's a duo. It has to be a duo. Surely it's not Anton. I'm actually not sure which one would be targeted here. I'd say the noodle stall is probably too dangerous due to omelette rice. Wouldn't that be the Armorican stuff? The ice cream stall is not exactly comfortable in terms of location. Yeah. Now that I think about it, the admin location is right in front of the CPD HQ. The entertainment location with the ice cream is right in front of Archangel, and it's in a location that would not be very comfortable to escape. Plus Plus, it's in front of Arcangel and near the casino, so I suppose those are areas of higher vigilance. And the noodle guy is just going to whack you. That is in the harbor district. So is it this bear? No, it's that guy. Wait. He's looking. He's looking. Run. Rats have been caught. You call yourselves the Black Emperors, bruh. That's just sad. That is just sad. Like, bruh, you're doing petty theft, and you call yourself something that bombastic, bombastic. Like, bruh. Please, just stop with the cringe. Anyway, we get back to the association tent and sort out the info. Lloyd deduces that the culprits are doing it for fun and they are working in a duel. Also deduce that the most likely next target is the stall near the back alley entrance in Central Square. And we catch the culprits in action. Nice. Cleanly handled. Okay. It seems like they were intimidated by vipers or something and decided to show off as petty thieves? Question mark. Morse scared them off with the glare, and then the police officers from HQ came to pick them up. Apparently they are not from Crossbell, so they are not staying in jail for long, but they are going to miss out on the rest of the festival. Request done. Oh, thank you. Maybe I can get some more free stuff. Oh. Great, that's very convenient. Nice. Free food. And now we have East Street. Azul seems to be about to enjoy the parade with his sister. His family? Family. I might have to strangle someone. Respectable father. Might as well get some of the bait. Some. I mean, stacking out. There's also some, technically speaking. Let's see. Arios is patrolling outside the city, so is Scott. Wenzel is at the... Huh. Okay. Fair. Bracer, Guild, Arios and Scott seem to be patrolling outside the city. According to Michel, Arios is on an extermination request, while he did not elaborate on what Scott is doing. Huh. Interesting. Oh, we have one more area to go here. Empty. As far as I'm concerned, that is it for crossbow. Which leaves me with the eastern stuff. East highway. I believe we have a monster request to deal with here. A monster request, and then also the Armorica request. Ah, there is the monster request. That's very much on topic. Various status abnormalities.
Yes.
It's not immune to delay, so that could be useful, but at the same time... that's not ideal. Oh, boy.
みんな
I might need to reset this. Huh.
はい
Well then. I mean, I'm not gonna lose much on doing this.
こいつはどうだい
行きます。
行くぞさあ行くぞ
お返しです。
すまないみんな
さてと聖なる女神の奇跡助かりました。
任せてくれエニグマ駆動
助かりました。さてとエニグマ駆動ダメダメ
Really?
マジかよみんな
なんとかしないと。助かりなんとかしないと。ドライブ開始。負けられない。エニグマダメダメです。
サインマジかよ
負けられない。エニグマ駆動助かりなんとかしないと。ドライブ開始や。
ありがとう
ダメダメです。
みんなサイン甘いってろまだまだだマジかよ甘いってろまだまだだみんなマジかよ
Really?
お返しよ。なんてお返しよ。負けや。そんな私の番です。
I mean, I could technically solve this by undoing the debuff, but do I really want to bother with that?
エニグマ駆動ダメダメです。
マジかよ
How do I de... Bruh.
なんてそんな
Of course they land a crit.
マジかよみんな
そんなダメダメ。
Okay. I suppose we're resetting until we get a decent start.
私は
This is not a decent start.
ダメダメです。
みんな
お返しよ。お返しよ。
マジかよ
そんなさてと
we should have one of these.
それ
おいいけるじゃん行くぜこいつはどうだいはあ
行きます。ガンナーモード起動します。
よしさあ行くぞ
さてとみんなで助かりました。助かりました。
そこだ
ダメダメ
まだやれるそれ
ありがとう。お返しよ。
すまない
なんとかしないと。
みんな
エニグマ助かりました。お返しよ。ダメダメです。
The issue is that we are too close together.
助かりました。ダメダメです。
And then the thing also.
私の番ね。エニグマ駆動。ダメダメです。
ありがとうすまないみんな
I mean, I could.
なんとかしないと。そんな。
It always goes with the sleeping
ダメ
first.
ダメです。
すまないみんな
そんな。
It always goes with the sleeping first of all fucking things. Hmm.
ガンナーモードオーバルドライバー出る。
よしさあ行くぞ任せろこいつはどうだい
ダメダメ。行きます。エニグマ
行くぜ任せてくれエリアそこだ
ダメダメです。
もう大丈夫だ
Suppose we gain some XP. I can get around that. My question is, what course did we get? Bewitch, you say? That has to be a quartz. Slows movement of enemies attacked on field. Slows movement of enemies attacked on field. I'm not sure if I can work with that.
さあ始めましょう。なんとかしないと。ごきげんよう。
Also, I'm just gonna get back to an inn to Long Lao so that I can recover prior to continuing with the main shenanigans. Actually, might as well at that point also report the quests. Also, quick break after I report the requests.
皆さん、それではわわ大変でしたね。おめでとうございます。ランクアップしました。
Glad belt. Glad belt.
さす
That's
が皆さんです。
beautiful.
特典の品もお疲れ様です。
Thank you, Fran. In terms of equipment... Actually, no. It's Theo. It's Theo that needs the glad build. Because Theo's cannon, Theo's ether cannon, ether buster is probably the strongest, one of the strongest, if not the strongest, of the crafts. Anyway, let's get a decent spot to stand in here, and quick break. Okay, back. And let's continue. Actually, did that count as the... Okay, that did count, good. I'll probably do extra fishing off stream, since now I actually bought the bait. Do we not have the shiny palm? Nope. That's unfortunate. Let's check the gate for any new dialogue, and then we can go to Armorica and do the Armorica stuff. Huh? Tangram Gate seems to... There seems to be something happening here. Or is it just a big crowd? Seems like it may just be a big crowd. We don't talk about the actual commander who just goes through massive debauchery. Instead of actually doing commander duties. According to Flammy, Noel apparently graduated the academy at the highest possible marks. Noel and Sonia seem to want to organize a scouting unit for the Stargazers Tower, but it also seems likely that the deadbeat commander is probably going to shoot down their plan. Sony is planning to still go through with it. Good luck, Sonia. According to Randy, you may need it. The sleep deprivation is starting to kick in again. Wait. We actually got a shining bomb. Gonna try to not kill this thing.
かかってきなさい。
Please don't run away.
私の番です。
Okay, good. Now if I could do this.
分析を開始します。情報を入手しました。私の番ね。
俺の番だな。
ガンナーモード起動します。
行くぞ。さあ行くぞ。おっしゃ。
I mean, I'm probably not getting any EXP from them, but yeah, I figured as much. But I think at least we have the entry handled, so that's something.
よし、上げていこうぜ。
私そこ。よかった。かかってきなさい。
俺の番だ。任せ。はっ。ちょろいぜ。
敵接近。狙えるわ。
甘いってろ。
さて。
俺の。よし。もう大丈夫だ。よし、上げていこうぜ。よし。もう大丈夫だ。速攻で蹴りをつける。任せてくれ。俺の番ぜ。ちょろいぜ。
さあ始めましょう。
任せてくれ。
そこ。
任せろ。おととい来やがれってな。
I mean, I have to fight to recover my points, so...
データ収集を開始します。
任せろぜ。俺の番だな。よし、もう大丈夫だ。
みんな気をつけて。
よし、行くぜ。
さて、私敵集団撃破しました。
Going at full auto, but
任せてくれ。
これが俺たちの力だ。
I'm going at full auto, but if I can get a petrify going, that may be good enough.
私はデータ収集終了しました。
Freeze is too strong for my needs.
敵先生気をつけて。そこです。
さあ先を急ぎましょう。みんな気をつけて。
はいそこです。
さっそこ
よっしゃ
そこだ。
そうだ。
俺ぜ
そこ俺の番だ。よしもう大丈夫だ。負
行きま
けられない。
す。
よっしゃまこんなもんかね。
God damn it.
さあかかってこい。
任
はいへい行きへい。
俺
任せたい。よかった。
敵集団との戦闘を開始。
俺の
はいそこです。
任せてくれ。まだまだいける。
Too bad that was overkill.
さあ始めましょう。
私そこです。データ収集終了しました。
さあ任せかかってこい。
はいへい
行くぜまこんなもんかね。
行くぞみんな。
任せ
はいそこです。はあ、これで一安心です。
I mean, Randy's getting something at least.
かかってきなさい。
はいた。
そこ
任せ
お返しよ。任せて。
行きまへい。
おととい来やがれ
In fact, now that I think about it, I can use
か
Ellie
かってきなさい。
私の番です。
as a battery.
私の番ね。みんなあり
助か
がとう。
りました。
よし
行きますた。
行くぜ
よしやっとよしもう大丈夫だ。
Wait. We have the ancient battlefield open.
敵接注意してください。はいへい。
任せてくれ。まだまだいける。
Oh, so I guess we're going to be exploring that as the main quest.
かかってきやがれ
はいそこです。
さあ
行くぜ
俺の番だな。よしもう大丈夫だ。
If that's the case, then
俺の
注意してください。
甘いっての
さへい。
私の俺の番だ。
私はこれで一安心です。
I was about to say that if that's the case, then I may actually end stream earlier, but
データ収集を開始します。
honestly, I think I can deal with that.
さあお返しよ。俺の番。
甘いっての
はいへい。はあ、これで一安心です。
もらったぜ
私そこです。
任せてくれ。これが俺たちの力だ。
I think we're fine now. So, yeah. Armorica. Also, seems like the way to the ancient battle field is now open, although it seems to be off limits due to something. Seems likely that this is connected to the missing people request. Aww. Weren't there, bruh? Weren't there the this woman. Asylum is really having a skill issue trying to join the Fishermen's Guild. She's waiting for someone to approach her from the guild, and it does not seem to be working. Literally yesterday there were members fishing and she did not take the opportunity. Bruh. Anyway, that's done. Wait. The usual guy that is sitting there is missing. Ash tree in. Time for the request, I suppose. Okay. Kofan explain panicking, but Lloyd calms him down and asks to explain the situation. Apparently not a young, but a couple checked in into the inn yesterday. He then came to bring breakfast to them in the morning, but could not find them in the room. He has reason to believe that they went to the ancient battlefield. Off on the old Armorica Road. Keith? Hello, Scott. Just as we are about to go search for the couple, Keith runs in. Apparently, he ran to Croswell, to the city to get a bracer. Sir, to help, and here's Scott now. So now we have both bracer and police forces on the same request. So the situation got complicated. Seems like we're working together at the suggestion of Lloyd. Let us go. Let us go. That's like right there, so might as well. Oh. I mean, Randy, you probably have enough of
そこで
these.
スター
You probably have enough of these.
ター
You'd have more than 99 of these.
ターそこです
Suppose the enemies in here are not going to be that easy. Chinned battlefield. Oh. Ellie seems to be scared of ghosts. Really? We're getting a rain.
ターター
よっしゃ畳みかけるぞ
了解ですさてとそれ
俺の番だ
Level
な
25.
ぜいチャンスだこれが俺たちの力だ
I have an area to grind off stream. Ah, boy. Okay, so there's the upper path and the lower path.
「そこです」みんなチャンスよ
了解
さてと
ここだよっしゃ
行きます
一気にボコるぞ
よしこれが俺たちの力だ
そこです
よっしゃ畳みかけるぞ
了解ですチャンスです皆さ
Probably
ん
not going to be
お願
enough.
いします
Okay.
俺の番だなそれ
Reflect physical damage,
俺
right?
の番だなエニグマ駆動
よし
行きますそこですさてと
行くぜ
やっこれが俺たちの力だ
Nice, nice, very nice. Wait, is that the upper pod? That seems like the upper pod. What the hell is that? Is that the Sepid demon?
そこですみんなチャンスよ
任せろ
That is a Sepid demon.
行きます。タ
チャンスだ。
ー任せて。
任せろ。
はい、そこです。さてと。
行くぞ。さあまだまだいける。
Nice, very nice, very nice. Approaching level 27.
ター
That thing is really annoying to actually.
そこです。
There we go.
よっしゃ畳みかけるぞ。
そこです。今だわ。
行くぜ。
俺の番だな。スピア。
行きます。ドライブ開始。
行くぜ。
任せてくれ。それ。
サンクス。
任せて。エニグマ。やさあ先を急ぎましょう。
Nice. Level up from Lloyd.
そこです。ターそこです。
よっしゃ畳みかけるぞ。
私の番です。エニグマ駆動。私の番ね。
任せろ。エニグマ駆動。おら。
よかった。
Nice. Suppose Tio is the next one to level up. Which makes sense given that
そこです。
Tio got extra EXP from the Geofront
さてと。
from the Geofront outing before, so that makes sense.
ここだ。
行きまデータ収集終了しました。やったわ。
Strike a bell, you say? Suppose we'll check on what that is.
そこです。先生可能。始めましょう。エニグマ駆動。
おっしゃほらよ。
行くぞ。やっと。
さてと。
Wait. Accelerate. That's huge. That's huge. Wait, let me check one thing. Smart. They made it not affect Ellie herself, which means no infinite turns. Smart.
はい。
よし。やっと。
任せ。行きお返しです。お返しよ。
行くぞ。やっや。
よかった。
Randy is the last one to level up. With nothing new added. Which is fair. Okay. I'll check the other area as well. Rather, I say the other area. Oh, we also have a fishing spot here.
そこです。先生可能。
That's a lot
始め
of
ましょ
you.
う。
よっしゃ
私
一気に
の番で
ボコンぞ
す。エニグマ駆動。
エニグマ駆動。
やあ。
それ。よし上出来だ。
Quite expensive.
そこです。
よっしゃ
行きます。
畳みかけるぞ
そこです。
俺の番だ。スティア。
さあ先を急ぎましょう。
ここなら釣れそうだな。それ。
Let's see, what can we fish up here?
ま、こんなもんかな。
I'll take that one. Fair. So, hit tree. How did they see you? Minimap. Minimap moment. Also, do I have anyone with hit on them? Yes, I do.
Ta
よーし
私は
一気に行くぞ。
よっしゃ
私
俺の番だな。
行きます。そこです。
行くぜ
よしやっと。
はい、へい。
行くぜはっ
任せて。さあ先を急ぎましょう。そこです。
Ah, boy. Well, I can get around this area. That's
かかってください。私の番です。絶対よか絶対失敗です。
任せてくれみんな。ダメか。
さてと、みごきげんよ
I could have fought, but like, what's the point? It's going to be a waste of items. This does seem to be closed, so I guess we have a single route then.
とっとと終わらせるぞ
よし
う。ガンナーモードオーバルドライバー起動します。
任せてくれ。さあ行くぞタイガーチャージ。
任せて。
俺の番だなエニグマ駆動
エニグマ。私の番です。ドライブ開始。
任せてくれ。それ。
サンキス
任せて。エニグマ。や敵集団撃破しました。
Yeah, it works. Wait. Heal. Heal, heal, heal. Oh, that's useful. Oh. Wandering the second area. Second area of the first branch. First road branch. Closed off with a gate. Wandering the second area of the second branch. Found Scott and an unconscious girl. Bruh. The guy really left his girlfriend and just ran away? Really?
先生可能始めましょう。チャンスです。
よし、さあまだまだいける。
そこです。みんなチャンスよ。チャンスです。
行くぜ。
私の番で。
任せてくれ。エニグマ、駆動。
おととい来やがれってな。
Okay. Suppose all of these stones that are unmarked.
へい。先生可能始めましょう。そこです。
チャンスだ。
任せて。そこです。データ収集終了しました。そこです。
よっしゃ、畳みかけるぞ。
任せ。
チャンスだ。
任せて。
はいた。そこ。よかった。
Okay. Randy Orlando. It just clicked. It just clicked. Oh. Oh. That's painful. That's painful. It just clicked. It just clicked. What kind of pun is that? Oh, that is. Oh, that is so painful. Oh. Randy or Lando. Why? Why, game? Why?
よっしゃ、畳みかけるぞ。
行くぞ。さあ
行くぜ。ま、こんなもんかね。
へい。 そこです。
よーし一
今だわ。
気に行くぞ。
おっしゃ。
さてそこです。
よしそうまだまだいける。
Okay. Seems like this is another type of a temple or something. Oh, well, that explains things. Like the guy wandered in deeper for whatever reason. Scott decides to nurse the girl longer while we search for the other guy. Find a small bell tower thing on which we can see the entirety of the big area, big fortress area that Ellie refers to as Sun Fort. That according to Ellie is a ruin referred to as Sun Fort. She says that according to historian estimates, it was built at least 500 years ago. Tio? Tio reacts a bit oddly. She says that she feels that she felt something odd resonating from within the ruins. Oh, is this a... Wait, is this a photo request spot? Can you stop chasing me, please? Thank you.
そこです。そこです。
よーし
私の
一気に行くぞ。
番です。それ。
Nice.
私の番ね。
俺のバカ。
チャンスだ。よし畳みかけるぞ。よし
Beautiful.
上出来だ。
Huh. Shit.
とっとと終わらせるぞ。
行きます。データ収集を中断します。
Also, let me just do this before I lose.
そこです。 そこです。
よーし一気に行くぞ。
分かってます。はい、撤退を開始します。
Not this one. This one.
それ。
ここだ。よっしゃ一気にボコるぞ。
行くぞ。まだまだいける。
Clean.
へい
Stop.
へいた。
敵接近。
Oh god
狙い
damn
撃
it.
つわ。
はい、ドライブ開始。
エニグマ
俺の番だな。
よし
駆動。
それ。
さあ先を急ぎましょう。
Oh. Found a fishing rod. Found a fishing rod deeper in the ruin. In a chest.
そこです。先生可能。始めましょう。良いデータが取れました。
Good chest. Suppose I have that DLC then.
た。
Oh, that's a bird.
よーし
私の番ね
一気に行。くぞ。
Zoo. Okay.
ここだ。よっしゃ
行きます。
一気に
そこです。
ボコるぞ。
よしエリア
私の番。行きます。そこです。
行くぞ。やっとまだまだいける。
Yeah.
Hey.
よーし一気に行くぞ。
チャンスです。
さてとそこ行くぞ。さあこれが俺たちの力だ。
So far, that's pretty simple. That's broken off. HP tree.
Ta. 先生可能。私の番。始めましょう。
俺の番だな。
行きます。へい。
俺の番だな。そう
私だ。
よっしゃ
ぜそこ俺の番だエリア。
そった。はあ、これで一安心です。
Infinite chest deception.
Hey.
I have to say that's some interesting weather that it
任せて。
一気に行くぞ。
keeps raining and then not raining.
チャンスです。
俺の番。
行くぞスティア。よ
And
し
it
もう大丈夫だ。
and it seems to be local to this area specifically, so that's interesting. That's gonna open that. Better to have that open than to have it closed.
た。
よっし しゃ畳みかけるぞ。ここだ。
さてとドライブ開始。
よしエニグマ
や
やよしもう大丈夫だ。
That may have been a bit overkill, but it's not like I can do much. So yeah. I suppose the only area that I have not checked is the actual
よ
entrance.
し一気に行くぞ。
はいタ
今だ行くぞ。そう
私タ
俺の番。
ぜ
おととい来やがれってな。
Okay. A mimic. Well, if I can go, then that's fine. Ventured deeper in and heard a man screaming for help. What are we dealing with? Oh, these are... Well, time to break them.
さあ始めましょう。
そこだ。
Nice aim.
任せろ。
Oh, it's Blade Fangs. Didn't we fight them back in the sky?
ほらよ。
Let's see, are they immune to blind? No, they are not.
ガンナーモード
That's good to know.
起動します。オーバルドライバー出力最大。任せて。聖なる女神の奇跡。
ありがとう
わかりました。
よっしゃ。こいつはどうだい。
任せてくれ。さあ行くぞ。
お返しよ。お返しです。
Good.
お返
Very
しよ。
good.
はい。ドライブ開始。
俺の番だな。
I should probably do this while I have the opportunity.
おら。
さてと。
甘いってろ。
任せてくれ。
I suppose he doesn't have the EP necessary for that.
駆動
That's okay.
や
One down.
俺の番だな。
You're not gonna live.
や
行きます。ドライブ開始。
任せてくれ。
それ。
行くぜ。任せろ。こいつはどうだい。
さてと。
Actually, that's just fine enough.
行きます。ガンナーモード起動します。
それ。
さてと。みんな頑張って。助かりました。
That's a bit problematic, but you solved yourself.
これで一安心です。
Oh, that's some nice EXP. Though I suppose since there were 4 of them, that's actually not that much. It's like 30 per mob. They are not done. Seems like the man was being attacked by some unknown monsters that Ellie... Was it Ellie? Ellie estimated... pondered to maybe be from ancient times. Fought them, seemed to beat them, but then they revived. Scott's here. And Arios. Good job, Arios. Then gunshots, and Arios saved us. That's what you get for leaving your woman behind. Girls seem to be enjoying Scott's company more than her own man's. Which makes sense considering he low-key abandoned her. Arios seemed to be lost in thought for a moment, but it is unclear why. We didn't escort the tourist couple back to Armorica. Team was discussing how to handle reporting the request due to unusual cooperation with the bracers. Lloyd was considering giving credit to bracers, but Scott came downstairs. Scott came downstairs with Arios and said that there is no need. Nice. And with that in mind, I think I'm going to end it here. Unless, okay, we do seem to have access. Wait, if I can get the photo, that's, yes, I can get the photo. Yes. Yes.
かかってきやがれ。とそんじゃまたな。
If I can get the photo, that's all I need. Because then I have all of the requests handled officially. Unless there's something hidden that I have not yet found, but that would be a separate matter.
行くぞ
さてとあ任せてミレイごきげんよう
I am not dealing with that, but I will be checking the area out. Just because I'm curious how far can we get in, but probably not very far. That's certainly a weird place for a chest to the a chest with the fan mail to SSS to be. That is certainly a weird location. Also, that is also a weird location.
さあ始めましょうさてとエニグマ
任せろ
駆動行きます
駆動
ドライブ開始
行くぞ
やダメダメです
すまないあみんな
負けられない エニグマ助かりました
まだまだだマジか
あ
よ
ダメダメですはい
And there's no reason I shouldn't be able to win this.
ドライブ開始
俺の番だなエニグマ駆動
任せて時の結果
行くぜ
砕け散れや
それ
はいガンナーモード起動します
俺の番だなエディアまだまだいける
Okay, that's more efficient. Okay. Shut tight, huh? Well, I'm anything but set up for this, so... But yeah, getting back to our Morcar. If we're going back the usual shenanigans, same as previous days, then the moment we enter Crossbow, it's going to go into main quest mode. But yeah, that's going to be that's going to be it for this stream. As far as I'm concerned, this is basically the end of the day 4, so that's going to be a good place to start the next stream, which I'm not sure when it's going to be, but tomorrow's Rubinite, so that's that. Anyway. That's going to be it for this stream. Whoever's going to be watching this now or later, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And see you in the next stream, which ideally I won't need to reschedule. And it's going to be Rubinite. And then the stream after that, I'm not sure when I'm going to be scheduling that, but it's going to be Gungeon. And I did end up having a good run just before the... what was it? The area where we fought the Old King. I ended up with a decent run there, so... and I ended up saving the floor, saving the progress just before that floor, so... we're gonna be starting with some good stuff on that end. And then probably I'm going to end up streaming Trails after the Gungeon stream. Maybe with a day of a maybe with a break for a day ish, maybe not. Regardless, as I was saying, thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next stream. Adios.